What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. We're rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates for everybody to enjoy, so if you want to stay in the loop with the latest Manchester City transfer news, then make sure you do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. 18k subscribers is what we're aiming for. We're less than 500 subs away from that goal, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also, you can find my social media links, they're in the description below, and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. I'm actively looking for a sponsor for these transfer updates, so if you are interested, do let me know through my email. Leave a thumbs up once more if you did enjoy this video. 300 likes once more is the like goal, and also don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below of what you made of these transfers. We've got a lot to get through, so let's crack on with this video. We're going to start off first with a confirmed transfer. It comes in the outs, and it is Daniel Grimshaw, the goalkeeper. He has left Manchester City and has joined Blackpool in the championship, recently promoted there, of course, winning the playoffs. He has joined them for free. He joins on a 2-year contract with an option of an extra year's extension there as well. So I wanted to wish the best of luck there to Daniel Grimshaw on the move, and I do wish him all of the best for the rest of his career. It's a shame losing young City players, good prospect as well. Blackpool are getting themselves a quality young goalkeeper. I do hope he goes and smashes it there and shows everybody what he is capable of. Now, moving on to the next out story takes us to Raheem Sterling. Now, Matteo Moretto at CalcioMercato has said that Raheem Sterling is apparently also on the agenda at Barcelona this summer. It's a known fact they haven't got much money. Their finances are pretty poor. They cannot afford him. Barcelona, all these City players are getting linked with that are in and around the first team squad. They cannot afford any of them. People have taken inspirations, shall we say, from what Khaldoon Al-Mubarak has said during his interviews with Manchester City over on their YouTube channel about transfers and how the transfers are going to be done more uniquely this summer. They're going to be done not how you would expect transfers to be done, and people are interpreting that as saying that it's going to involve things like swap deals with clubs like Barcelona, who may want a senior City player, and City may get maybe one or two of Barcelona players in exchange. The problem you've got is Barcelona's team. Look at their team, it isn't very good. Take away Sergio Aguero, take away Lionel Messi, take away Frenkie de Jong, and all of a sudden it's not an amazing team. There isn't anyone there at Barcelona that I feel like could add anything to Manchester City's team other than probably Lionel Messi, whose contract is up on June 30th and he still hasn't signed a new deal there. So yeah, I just don't get it. I don't see City going along these lines. I don't see City doing this bit of business. It just doesn't make sense to me. There are other swap deals involving other clubs that maybe would make sense, and we'll speak about that more later on in this video. But for this Raheem Sterling one, just doesn't make sense. Laporte yesterday getting linked with Barcelona as well. Just doesn't make sense. Who are Barcelona going to give us that would offer us anything? I've heard Sergi Roberto, but Sergi Roberto isn't anywhere near the value of what Laporte or Raheem Sterling is, so it just doesn't make sense. And Barcelona don't have the cash there to offer player plus cash. It'll just be players, and it'll end up just boosting up our numbers that we just simply don't need to do. So I just don't see this happening, if I'm completely honest. And speaking of not happening, and Barcelona moves us on to our next players, Ilkay, Gundogan and Riyad Mahrez. Barcelona are believed to have spoken to both the agents of both of these players. That's according to Route 1 Football. Once again, Barcelona cannot afford to pay for these players, so it's just started to get a bit comical as to why they're getting linked with players. I mean, is anyone keeping a tally out there of how many players Barcelona are actually getting linked with? It's astronomical, and I just don't see how it can happen. Jose Alvarez sums it up beautifully. Barcelona have had a meeting with Ilkay Gundogan's representatives and his agent and put their proposals forward, but financially it's incredibly hard to get this deal done, and so that meeting was just that, a meeting, and they're not expecting it to go any further. Ilkay Gundogan's uncle apparently was present at these meetings, and whilst it sounds concerning from a City perspective that we may be losing some top class football players, I wouldn't be too concerned if I was you. Barcelona don't have the cash, they don't have the players to be able to offer anything to us, so I just don't see this happening. Not with Barcelona anyway, but maybe other clubs will have to wait and see. So, instead we're going to move on to the ins. We've got a little Nuno Mendes update. Sporting Club de Portugal have presented Manchester City with a cheaper deal, a cheaper alternative, where they're willing to accept 60 million euros in cash and 10 million euros in add-ons, and the deal for that is that he would stay at Sporting Club de Portugal for one more season before joining up with Manchester City. Man City have said no to this. Barcelona, Real Madrid, both clubs not got much money, getting linked once more with players. I just don't get it. And also Man United's name, no scouts have also been chucked out there as well. None of these clubs are causing me any concern that if they were to go after the same player we are, that we wouldn't be able to put a better proposal forward. I feel like financially we're in a better position than these clubs. I feel like in terms of domestic success and the pedigree of the club and the direction that we're heading in, we're ahead of these clubs, is where it shows how far City have come, by the way, that we actually are where we are at. But yeah, Sporting, they're wanting Nuno Mendes for another year. Man City will take up negotiations with Sporting CP after the European Championships have concluded. That is according to a Bola in Portugal. Now, we do have a little update on Erling Haaland. Hagrid FCB on Twitter has said that Chelsea, Barcelona being linked, by the way, that's why he's speaking on this. Chelsea lead the race for Erling Haaland. They are pushing to get this transfer done. This does cause me concern because they do have the finances to match Manchester City. They do have the pedigree. They are heading in the right direction, Chelsea. So if they're going pound for pound for a player with us, I can see City saying no, because that's not how we do our transfer business. And they're pushing hard to get Erling Haaland. They consider him too expensive this summer, but are exploring the option of getting a deal in place that would see his release clause activated next summer for him to join them. And if that is a deal that can be done, why are we not matching Chelsea with what they can offer? The problem we have, though, is Dortmund, it goes out of their hands. They cannot then accept a bid unless it's going to be this summer, where if teams are willing to pay £100+ million, I'm sure they'd be willing to listen. I just don't think clubs are going to do that, knowing they can pick him up for between £65 and £70 million next summer, and Haaland is happy in Dortmund for another season, or he is at the moment. So it's all about what you can offer the agent, and I don't see City again getting involved in that. City more than happy to go for Harry Kane, for example, rather than Erling Haaland at this stage, but we're waiting on more developments on that. I'd be lying if I said to you I would be very disappointed if Chelsea did sign Erling Haaland, knowing that we didn't do anything about that. Felt like we missed out on Ben Chilwell last summer. I can live with that. Missing out on Erling Haaland, and City end up not signing a striker, or sign a striker that isn't good for our system, then I'm going to be pretty furious about that. So that's something I am keeping my eye on. Instead, we're going to move on to our final story of this transfer update, and it's a new name for this summer, but not new to the transfer update. It comes in the form of Saul Niguez at Atletico Madrid. Now, the central midfielder, he was linked with Manchester City last summer, and he was linked the summer before as well. Now, Duncan Castles has close ties with Jorge Mendes, who is the company that's owning and dealing with Saul Niguez, and also with Bernardo Silva. That's important, by the way. He has close ties with them in terms of this proposal that is being put forward. I'm not too sure. I presume it's Atletico Madrid pushing this at this moment in time, but their proposal is Saul Niguez, he leaves Atletico Madrid, direct swap, and Bernardo Silva joins Atletico Madrid, and Saul ends up joining Manchester City, is what they're looking for. That's interesting. Remember me saying about Barcelona, they haven't got players that would appeal to Manchester City. Well, Atletico Madrid, on the other hand, La Liga champions, they do. We'll look at players like Saul Niguez. He's a player that City may fancy, they may not. It's already a like-for-like replacement being brought in for Bernardo Silva in the centre there, so we don't have to worry about that. But also, they have other players that could interest Manchester City, including João Felix as well, who I'm sure if Man City offered Bernardo Silva plus a good lump sum of cash, they'd probably be willing to accept. So that is something that could happen, but I am hearing more and more and more that Bernardo Silva does want to leave Manchester City, and he is having a good look at Spain. If Barcelona, which I believe would probably be his preferred destination, if that is where he is to end up, How are they going to make that happen with Barcelona is the problem. They don't have the cash to do so. Do they have the players? If you're looking at Barcelona players and you're a City fan, what players could you take off Barcelona? If it's not going to be Frenkie de Jong, I'm not interested in any midfielders that Barcelona have got, if I'm honest. But yeah, do let me know in the comments below. So there we go, that has been the transfer update. I do hope you did enjoy this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up. It does help for the video to grow and help my audience to grow as well, so it does help me out. We're aiming for 300 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also, you can leave your thoughts in the comments below of what you made of these transfers. What are you making of Barcelona being linked with near enough every single Manchester City player? What do you make of the swap deal between Saul Niguez and also Bernardo Silva? Erling Haaland going to Chelsea instead of Man City? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I would like to know. Also, you can subscribe as well. It is free. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. I am aiming for 18k subscribers. We're less than 500 subs away from that goal, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. We're doing daily Manchester City transfer updates for everybody to look forward to, keeping you guys all up to date with everything happening with the latest Manchester City transfer news. And don't forget also to go and check out my social media links. They're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, my email also in the description below too, if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And there we go, that has been the video. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you guys again tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.